試験監督者は音量及び室内の聞こえ具合を確認してください。2024年度第1回実用英語技能検定準1級リスニングテスト。ただいまから準1級リスニングテストを行います。これからお話しすることについて質問は受けませんので、よく注意して聞いてください。なお、リスニングテスト放送中に音飛びや騒音があった場合は、発生した問題のトラックの始めに戻し、やり直します。しかしながら、万が一、教室監督者が気づかない場合は、速やかに手を挙げてお知らせ願います。このテストでは、テストの方法と注意事項がすべて英語で放送されます。
The listening test for the grade Pre-1 examination is about to begin. Listen carefully to the directions. You will not be permitted to ask questions during the test. This test has 3 parts. All of the questions in these 3 parts are multiple choice questions. For each question, choose the best answer from among the 4 choices written in your test booklet. On your answer sheet, find the number of the question and mark your answer. You are permitted to take notes for every part of this listening test. Now, here are the directions for Part 1. In this part, you will hear 12 dialogues, number 1 through number 12. Each dialogue will be followed by 1 question. For each question, you will have 10 seconds to choose the best answer and mark your answer on your answer sheet. The dialogue and the question will be given only once.
Now we will begin the grade Pre-1 listening test. Number 1.
Greg, a bunch of the tiles around the sink are coming loose.
I noticed that. Some of them need to be replaced.
Can you take care of it?
Yes, but we won't be able to use the sink for a couple of days.
We only had the kitchen redone 2 years ago. It seems too soon for this.
Well, there's not really any way to avoid it. It's probably something we'll have to deal with every so often.
Question. What does the man imply?
Number 2.
Hello. I'd like to make a change to my hotel reservation.
Okay. What can I help with?
When I made my reservation, I booked my stay for 5 days starting on April 15th. But I need to change that to April 19th.
I can definitely do that. However, there will be an extra charge.
Why is that?
There's no charge for changing reservations, but you're shifting from a weekday-only stay to one that goes over the weekend.
Question. What does the man tell the woman? Number 3.
Are you ready for your marathon this weekend? I know you've been preparing for months.
Yeah, the weather forecast looks great, and I know you'll be there cheering me on.
You bet. There'll be places for you to get water, but I'll also give you some energy bars.
Everything will be great as long as my knee doesn't cause problems. It's feeling strong right now, but it hasn't fully recovered from my accident.
If it's hurting at any point, you should stop.
Question. What does the man say about the marathon? Number 4.
Good night, Karen. See you in the morning.
Good night. Oh, you drove to the office today, right? Make sure you avoid Highway 402 completely.
Why's that?
Apparently, there was a major collision near Maple Boulevard.
Are you serious? That's my exit.
Well, you could make a detour on Kent Street instead.
That's a good idea. It's a few miles longer, but it's better than sitting in traffic.
Question. What will the woman likely do? Number 5.
I don't like this laundry soap you bought. Our clothes smell strange.
Are you sure it's the detergent? I think we might have mold growing in our machine.
I never thought of that. Maybe we should wash it out with vinegar or something.
Good idea. I'll check online and see if I can get some tips on how to do it.
Okay. I hope it works. I'd hate to pay a lot of money for a professional cleaner to do it, much less buy a new machine.
Question. What do the man and the woman decide to do? Number 6.
Our gym membership is expiring next month. Do you want to renew? I'm pretty sure the cost hasn't changed.
I don't know. I'm there so infrequently.
I haven't been there since I started running, so I'm going to let mine expire. You used to take morning classes every week. Have you gotten tired of them?
I just haven't been able to find the time lately. I have all those early meetings.
Well, think it over and let me know what you decide.
Question. What is one thing the woman says?
Number 7.
Dana, can you tidy up, please? Your friends left a huge mess here last night.
Sure, Mark. I'll do it this evening after I get back from my chemistry class.
I'm having people over to study in the living room this afternoon. I don't think it's too much to ask that we both keep the common areas clean.
You know I'm busy studying for finals. Can't you just tidy up this time? I'll do it next time, I promise.
No, I'm not cleaning up for you anymore.
Question. Why is the man upset with the woman?
Number 8.
Do you know what time the catering company will be bringing the food for lunch during today's workshop?
At 11, but there's been a change in the menu. The lasagna has been replaced by ham sandwiches because of a problem with their ovens. Dessert will still be vanilla ice cream.
We really need to find a new catering service. We keep having these problems. Last time, they didn't even bring enough food for everyone attending.
I agree. Let's get through today and then look into other companies.
Question. What does the man say about today's lunch?
Number 9.
Professor Kendall, I went over the comments you left on my paper. Can I ask you some clarifying questions?
Sure.
You said we should follow the style guide specified on the course webpage. So I looked up how to make the citations list according to those guidelines. But from your comment, it sounds like I did something wrong?
Your citations list is okay, but the body of your paper needs to be spaced differently. And the size of the font is too small. Please use 12-point size.
Ah, okay. Now I understand.
Question. What problem did the professor find with the man's paper?
Number 10.
You're leaving on vacation soon, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is my last day in the office for 2 weeks. But that reminds me, what's the protocol around here for souvenirs? Am I expected to bring something for everyone? This is my first vacation since I started working here.
You're so nice to ask. Some people bring back local treats and leave them in the break room for everyone to share.
Okay, I'll stick with food then. Any dietary restrictions or allergies I should know about?
Not that I'm aware of.
Question. What does the man want to know more about?
Number 11.
Ah, Pei Ling, I'm glad to see you. I can't get into the building, and our meeting is about to start. Do you know the key code?
Oh no, I don't have the code either. I'm surprised it's locked. I thought there were night classes in this building.
Me too. I wonder if the others were able to get in, or if they're also locked out, but at a different entrance.
I'll text Kayla. She made the arrangements for the meeting space with the university administrators. She'll know what to do.
Question. Why was the man happy to see Pei Ling?
Number 12.
Will you be joining us for the neighborhood meeting on Friday afternoon, Russell?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. My kid's school doesn't have an after-school program, so I have to pick her up at 4 o'clock sharp.
That's too bad. You bring such a valuable perspective with your past work experience in the city government.
I could come late, but I don't know how long I'd be able to stay. My daughter will get impatient. She's only 6.
Maybe we should consider providing childcare for our meetings. Then more neighbors with children might come.
Question. What do we learn about the man?
Here are the directions for Part 2. In this part, you will hear 6 passages, A through F. Each passage will be followed by 2 questions, number 13 through number 24. For each question, you will have 10 seconds to choose the best answer and mark your answer on your answer sheet. The passage and the questions will be given only once. Now, let's begin.
A. Locust swarms. Swarms of grasshoppers, known as locusts, have been notorious throughout history for completely destroying crops. In a single day, a relatively small group of these insects can eat through enough food to feed tens of thousands of people. Despite attempts to control them with pesticides, locusts travel and reproduce quickly and are unpredictable in their movements, so success has been limited. However, locusts are known to even eat each other, and scientists see promise in exploiting this tendency. As locust swarms develop, the insects emit a chemical that makes them less likely to eat one another. This enables the group to grow without destroying itself. Researchers experimented by editing locust DNA. When locusts were created without the ability to smell this chemical, their likelihood of consuming other locusts increased. Similarly, locusts that were engineered not to produce the chemical were more likely to become another's meal. Scientists hope these techniques can reduce or eliminate destructive locusts someday.
Questions. Number 13. What does the speaker imply about pesticides? Number 14. What do we learn about the chemical produced by locusts?
B. Golden-shouldered parrots. Golden-shouldered parrots once inhabited northern Australia in large numbers, but today only 2 small populations remain. While invasive predators are often to blame when Australian animals become endangered, the parrots face a different threat. Native tea trees. The trees grow in the parrot's grassland habitat, where they block the bird's view of approaching predators. By the time the parrots notice the attack, it is often too late for them to escape. The tea tree's growth is the result of cattle farms, which increased throughout the 1900s and forced indigenous peoples off their lands. These peoples had managed the grasslands, and the shade provided by the grasses prevented tea tree growth. The loss of this land management, along with the cattle's consumption of grass, allowed the trees to spread. Efforts to clear the trees are underway, but obtaining government approval to destroy native vegetation can be difficult and time-consuming. For now, the parrot's future remains uncertain.
Questions. Number 15. Why have golden-shouldered parrots' numbers decreased? Number 16. What is one thing the speaker says about the tea trees?
C. Astronaut efficiency. Recently, establishing a colony on Mars has been considered by some as a near-future goal for humanity. However, there are many major hurdles to such a task. Aside from the technical innovations required to build a sustainable habitat, such a long journey by spacecraft itself raises serious problems. Much equipment would be necessary, but it can currently cost tens of thousands of dollars to lift a single kilogram into space. The European Space Agency published a study suggesting a way to maximize efficiency. Based on its calculations, all female crews may be much more efficient. Due to their smaller average size, a 4-female crew would need about 1,700 kilograms less food than men for a 1,080-day mission, saving $158 million. Additionally, smaller bodies use less energy, so they consume less water and oxygen and produce less carbon dioxide. On long missions, seemingly small differences could result in big advantages.
Questions. Number 17. What does the speaker imply about space travel? Number 18. What is one thing we learn about male astronauts? D. The Oxus Civilization. The Oxus civilization was a Bronze Age society located in Central Asia. However, despite several archaeological sites being discovered that contain structures and various artifacts, compared to many other Bronze Age civilizations, much remains unknown about it. Scholars are not even sure how far the civilization extended. They are determined to learn more about the ancient society, though, and recent research has produced various theories about its history. Artifacts uncovered by archaeologists suggest that the society underwent major changes before vanishing. Objects that indicated social status seemed to have stopped being used, suggesting a shift in the power structure. Therefore, some scholars think the civilization's fall may have been sparked by social and political changes. Others have a different theory. The region in which the civilization was located was extremely dry. Some researchers argue that increasing desertification and other environmentally related factors were responsible for the disappearance of the Oxus society.
Questions. Number 19. What is one thing that we learn about the Oxus civilization? Number 20. What is one thing researchers disagree about regarding the Oxus civilization?
E. The Nukus Museum of Art. Popular cities for international tourists, such as London or Paris, often have world-famous museums. Nukus, however, is a lesser-known city in a remote area of Uzbekistan. Despite the city's smaller tourism industry, the Nukus Museum of Art has one of the world's foremost collections of avant-garde art. The museum's founder, Igor Savitsky, assembled his collection in the desert city of Nukus for a good reason. Because of the severe political situation at the time, much of the art was banned when Savitsky collected it. In fact, only art in the style of Soviet realism was allowed. However, Savitsky was able to acquire tens of thousands of forbidden works because of his determination and because of Nukus's location. Government authorities far away in Tashkent and Moscow were largely unaware of his actions. These days, the government recognizes the value of the collection, but managing it effectively in such a location is a challenge.
Questions. Number 21. What is one thing we learn about the city of Nukus? Number 22. What is unique about much of the art owned by the Nukus Museum? F. Cutting grass. In many places, it is illegal to let lawns or other grassy areas become overgrown. However, while most people are striving to reduce their carbon dioxide emissions, mechanical lawnmowers are generally powered by fossil fuels. This means property owners often disregard these environmental concerns. Now, though, a low-tech solution is catching on in areas across the United States. Rent-a-goat services. These bring herds of goats to remove excess grass simply by eating it. The goats are effective at removing unwanted vegetation. They also have an easy time navigating rough terrain, such as rocky hillsides. Businesses and property owners that have rented goat herds to help maintain their lawns also report increased interest from the community. The unusual sight of a herd of goats in locations like city parks can turn them into temporary attractions. These are popular with local families who bring their children to watch them work.
Questions. Number 23. What is one problem with requiring that people cut their grass? Number 24. What is one benefit of using goats to remove grass?
Finally, here are the directions for Part 3. In this part, you will hear 5 passages, G through K. The passages represent real-life situations and may contain sound effects. Each passage will have one question, number 25 through number 29. Before each passage, you will have 10 seconds to read the situation and question written in your test booklet. After you hear the passage, you will have 10 seconds to choose the best answer and mark your answer on your answer sheet. The passage will be given only once. Now, let's begin.
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
Can you get the guest bedroom ready? Please take the used bedding off and wash it. You don't need to wait to remake the bed, though. There are spare sheets and a quilt in the closet. Make the bed with them while the other bedding is being washed. Oh, before you start the washing machine, can you throw in the dirty towels from the bathroom? If the nice blue towels are clean, hang them in the bathroom. If not, wait until the laundry is dry, then put them out.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26.
The first step is to set up a user profile, and then use that profile to log in. Once you're logged in, you have to choose if you want to play single player or with others. Since you'll be playing with me, choose 2 players. There are also 2 different modes of play: building, which is just creating new worlds, and competing, which is fighting against characters in the game. Let's do building, okay? I think it's more fun and easier to learn.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27.
The Regal Hotel? OK, you have a few choices. The Silver Arrow is a direct bus from the airport to downtown centre, which is a 4-block walk to the Regal. Next, it's a bit farther, 6 blocks, I think, from the commuter train station where the Metro South Line ends, Lincoln Terminal. If you don't mind taking the subway, the Regal Hotel is situated between 2 stations. You can take the Orange Line to Standish Street Station and walk 4 blocks, or the Blue Line to Franklin Square, which is about 2 blocks. Hope you have a good stay.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28.
Attention, shoppers. Today only, there are special savings on the following electronics. Our most powerful desktop computer, the Lightning 500, perfect for gaming or design work, is 20% off. Is ease of portability your main concern? You can't beat a tablet. Pick up a Slick Assistant for only $200. If you prefer a computer instead of a tablet, but still want it to be portable, the Wizard 50 laptop fits easily into most bags. And a free 2-year warranty is included. Smart TVs are on sale too. Check out the BRR Quartz. It's perfect for streaming your favorite movies.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29.
There are various options available. The cheapest option is Wingra Hills. There's an outdoor pavilion, but parking is limited, only about 30 cars. And there's no public transportation, unfortunately. Charlevoix Manor is a lovely old stone building that looks like a castle. The ballroom is on the small side, but it's gorgeous. Their catering is good too. How about Park Tower? The rooftop garden has great views. You'd have to keep the guest list under 200 though. Or there's the Ozark Terrace. It's a lovely garden space adjacent to a lake, and it can accommodate up to 500 people.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
Your time is up. Stop writing and wait quietly until the answer sheets have been collected.
では、時間です。筆記用具を置いて答えの記入をやめてください。これにて試験終了となります。公正なる試験実施にご協力いただきありがとうございました。質問がある方は直ちに試験監督者にお申し出ください。試験監督者に連絡いたします。これより最終の受験者数を確認してください。その後、回答用紙を回収し、枚数の確認を行ってください。なお、問題冊子は回収しません。受験者数と回答用紙の枚数の一致を確認してから解散の指示を出してください。受験者の皆さんは身の回りをよく点検し、忘れ物がないように注意してください。受験者の皆さんが退出するときは別の教室が試験中の場合もありますので、声を出さず会場出口まで静かに退出してください。それでは解散の指示を出すまで静かにお待ちください。